Competing on price, it's a hot topic with a lot of builders, especially new builders. What are the 3 top things for you when you work with your clients to get them off that trail of thought and build an awesome business?
So the first thing to realize, if you're competing on price, it's that the client, when looking at you, the builder, they can't see anything different between you and the other guy. So the only differentiator that they can find is the number. So that means you haven't done anything to differentiate. And that's a key thing with your marketing. You want to be different, okay? So the first way to do that is to specialize. I'm a renovations and extension specialist. Then you'll differentiate yourself from the Me Too builders that do everything. All right, so you're a specialist, and then you're also like a cardiologist versus a GP. So if your price comes in higher, people are going to expect that because you're a specialist and you present yourself differently. So there's a lot you can do, and we spoke about the sales process earlier. So having a very clear, well-defined sales process. Why? Well, that's your first impression. First impression is crucial. You want to communicate proactively, effectively.
And on that sales process, you always say there's a 6-step process.
Yeah.
Can you quickly just bullet point what those 6 points are?
Questionnaire. So send out a questionnaire. Just basic list of questions. You can email it to someone to just establish if they're the right fit for you. All you're doing is trying to find out, are you and this person a fit to work together? That's all you're trying to do. You're not trying to sell anything. So questionnaire helps with that. Find out what sort of scope of works, when do they want to build, what's their budget, blah, blah, blah. Have they built before? Were they happy with that builder? Is he quoting on the job? Things like that. Once they've gone through that step, you have a phone call with them. We call that an audition call, about 40 minutes. Extract as much as you can about scope of works, the client. Really qualifying, and educating. Those 2 things, qualify, educate, is what the whole sales process is about. If that goes well, they go to the next step of the process, which is booking a site visit or a sales appointment at your display home, whatever it is. If it doesn't go well, if people are wondering what happens there, you just refer them on to someone else. So if someone wants work done that's hour and a half drive away, or it's maintenance work, you don't do it, just refer on to a builder in the area or someone that does that type of work. But if it's going well, site visit's booked in, then you send an email with a PDF document, 9 pages, explaining why you charge for quotes. And I'm happy to share that document. I want to go through it all now. Also, any videos with you guys, biz video stuff goes in there, in that email, links to that. And then you send a hard copy brochure, snail mail, express mail. Okay, so that arrives 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. Then 48 hours later, you then phone, just making sure you got everything okay. The day before the site visit, an agenda. Here's what we're going to cover tomorrow. Reconfirm. An hour before they drive out, they send a text message, turn up on time, presentable, with a run sheet for that meeting.
Yeah, and you always say this, so if a prospective client is reaching out to 2 builders, most of the time, if you're doing all those things, by the time you've finished all those, the other builder still hasn't called them back.
Yes, that's happening a lot now, especially now in this market. But very important last step is presenting a preliminary agreement solution or a cost analysis solution. And then there's